So one of the things that we kind of historically have done here as we're closing out the day is to ask a couple of you to come up here to the microphone, the big microphone, and share some of your reflections. And it could be your reflection of today, your reflection of the journey that the ACH has been on. And so Nika's got like a little list that she started with me, and Michael, you were on the list. I know, see, surprise. And I'm going to say one of the things that happened at my small table, Henaro was here with a young person named Noah, and Noah shared some of the most amazing things. So it was Noah who said, we should have like a garage where people who need their cars worked on could come to this garage space, and people who know how to fix cars could be teaching young people how to fix their cars. Trust me, having a garage was not on our list before like 10 o'clock this morning. So is that, just like going, wow, so what would make this space work for somebody who's 19? Like, how would they feel about what's welcoming, what's accessible, all of the words that we use and we think we have some common understanding of them? It was amazing getting to listen to somebody so young and have that all get fed into what we're thinking about. But oh, Michael's saying you get to go first.
Excellent. Hi, everyone. My name is Allie Delavrier, and I'm the Director for Health Ministries Network. Mine's really short today. Throughout the day at my table group and in our small groups, there was just some really beautiful, lovely moments that I heard. A lot of people were saying, through my eyes, or pausing and be like, oh, I actually viewed that differently. Through my lens, this is how I saw it. And what a beautiful thing that is. I know someone else said it earlier, but just all these different diverse lenses that come through and make this just one beautiful collaboration. So just a lot of really beautiful times today through all of our different scopes of practice and just all of our different lived experiences as well, just coming together, just really beautiful. I think everyone was just so receptive and respectful today. And then just two words that I thought of throughout the day is just rich and fruitful time together today. So thank you, North Sound, for providing that space for us. And so yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'm Sammy. I'm the director at Wild Wacom. And when I was asked to reflect on today and what I heard, a couple things boiled to the top for me, and those were intersectionality and nuance, because while we are all in different fields, have different jobs, what it appears to me is that we're all in the business of improving the human experience. And I think often of a sketch comedy skit, which is always going to be less funny for me to describe, but I'm going to do it anyway. And in that skit, there's a bunch of college kids, and they're trying to decide what to do. And every time an idea is brought up, there's a reason why that idea is problematic, and at the end, they just end up sitting in a dark basement. Because every idea they come up with, there's a problem attached to it. And I think it's really easy to get stuck in that cycle because there's so many things we're trying to tackle. There's so many broken systems. But for me, today and the other conferences that I've been to through North Sound ACH are a great example of people who hear those challenges and hear those big, big problems. And instead of deciding to sit in a dark basement, they go, okay, cool. Like, what's the first step? How do we dream? How do we fix that? And I'm just really grateful to be a part of a space where we decide not to sit in the basement. So, thank you.
Haslahel. This morning you learned Hasdadatu, so this afternoon, since it's good day now, you can learn Haslahel. Say Haslahel. Haslahel. It's putting your tongue at the top of your mouth and forcing out the air on the side, like a lisp. Haslahel. And I just want to say thank you to North Sound ACH and our facilitator today for really challenging us and I think my reflection for today is, I'm sorry, I'm Donisitan. Donisitan is my ancestral name, and that's a second generation name from one of the names that my mother carries, which is Donicia. And what I wanted to share today was just, from a cultural lens, and that's kind of the way that I experienced the discussion at our table regarding building a thriving North Sound. And I think it was tremendous courage of each of you to show up today and take on this challenge to engage. And when I mention your cultural lens or my cultural lens, we all come from these different places that are so important, and oftentimes it's really difficult to have those conversations because we're just from different places. And so that's what I'm really appreciative in my reflection, is that we're all, I'll just say it this way, we heard about the gathering, and Daryl, our executive director from Children of the Setting Suns, he didn't say, oh, this is a great partner gathering, we need to go. He said, we need to go and show up for Liz. And so we all showed up for Liz and the whole crew here. And I think that's my reflection for the day for each of you is, to come to this space together. It really gives us opportunity to show up for one another and build these relationships with each other. And I think one of the most powerful images from the slideshow was that showed all the organizations, and it had all the dots. The large dots were the kind of the center where a lot of folks were connected with each other, and they went outward. And I think that's what we always need to do. And I always ask two questions, or say two things in my whenever I'm invited to speak. And I always ask, what is the health of our relationship? And whether it's interpersonal or in organizational or in that visual is really telling that we are connected to one another and it's by way of the folks that we serve, and we're all called forward to serve. And so that was a beautiful reflection for me too. And the second thing I always say is we always have to remember the number one reason why we're here, which is for our children. And so our children are the ones who are going to take on this work. And so much of the compilation of our sharing of what this community campus could look like is in consideration of what something that we will build for the future generation. And so just to close out my, it's a real honor to be asked to come forward in a cultural way to share a few words, and in our way we call that witnessing. And so the goal of the witness is to reflect back what has happened here today, and then it's also our responsibility to take what we've learned here today back to our community and share it with our community or our family. And that's what our facilitator said too. What will we bring back to our work, basically? So I wanted to end my sharing with a little exercise that's rooted in language, since you're learning our Lashutsi language. And it's rooted to the two statements I just made, which is, what is the health of our relationship? And we always need to remember the number one reason we're here, which is for the children. And so we're going to do a little playful thing like children, and we're going to build our relationships in a fun way. So are you ready? Yeah. Okay. So I shared language already, and another phrase I'm going to teach you, so you learned hath dadatu, has lahel. Okay, say hath dadatu. That's so if you have somebody special in your life and you roll over in bed and you say hath dadatu, good morning, sunshine, or whatever. And then you say hath lahel after the noon, and you say good day to you. It's a good day today, isn't it? So say hath lahel. Okay, so here's your third one, which is I'll break it down. So it's ah, cha, da. So you put that all together, it's achada. This is who knows achada? Somebody laughed already. Okay, so we got one student already. You rest of you are gonna learn. You're gonna learn today. All right. Achada, achada. Yep. So achada means like you're really surprised, like, oh my goodness, like, oh, I can't believe it. So that's achada. So say achada like you're really surprised. Achada. You didn't look surprised at all. So let's try it again, really big now. 1, 2, ready, go. It's a little bit better. Let's try it one more time. It's in your face too, in expression. Sort of like our motion and movement earlier. Wiggle your arms and that kind of thing. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Okay. Last time. 1, 2, ready, go. That's how you take a selfie. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm almost done. Liz. So this is really going to help you let it sink in. So partner up or get into threes. Partner up with at your table. So look at them, say hi, hello, good to meet you. Everybody got a partner? All right. Or a trio. Okay, so if you're in a trio, look at one person. You just choose a person, and then you're going to look the one person that's on their own, or choose one of you. You're the one that's going to speak Lashutsi. You're going to say achara in response to whatever they say to you. All right. So decide who's going to be the Lashutsi speaker. Got it? 1, 2, ready? Go. Okay. All right. You got it. So the other two, the other partner, you're going to say something that's really surprising to them. All right? Here's what you're going to say. Can you? All right. Okay. Come back. Focus. All right. No. Listen up. Listen. We're not done. Oh, yeah. All right. Come back. I know you're having so much fun with the language. Thank you. All right. Alfredo's turning me down. He's like, it's like the literal hook. I'm getting the hook. Oh, well. Okay, here we go. So the people who are going to say something shocking, this is what you're going to say. On the count of 3, I want you to say, you have food in your teeth. All right? So 1, 2, ready, go. Achara. Did that work? Did it work? Were they surprised? Okay, switch. So if you're the Lashutsi speaker, you're now the one that's going to surprise the other person. Here we go. For the folks who are speaking English, this is what you're going to say. Excuse me, you have really bad breath. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. All right. So, thank you so much for building the health of your relationship in a fun way and in a childish way. And I hope that you always remember the number one reason we're here for our children. Thank you so much. I'll see you.
Okay, I am going to talk a little bit about some next steps. And then we're going to go out and wait for the food and stuff for the mixer. So there was a group of partners that actually met for a while yesterday, and they were organizations that, as we've been applying for different grants and such, they had expressed some interest in this notion of some co-design. And they are not the planning group, but out of that, we are thinking about forming a planning group to see what do we do next with this conversation that started today. So you can either, like, I don't know, sign my arm or something today if you're interested. Or you can respond to the survey that you'll probably get in the next week or so asking you if you're interested. What I know is that emails get lost. People sometimes respond. We have about a 16% chance you're going to respond to an email. So if you have like a piece of paper or something, you want to write your name on it and leave it in my hand today because you're interested in being a part of future conversations around this dream state that we're in, please tell me. It would just be really great. We want you all to keep getting to know each other. So, I think part of the partner spotlights over the last 3-ish convenings have been to encourage you to go and do a site visit to the House of Wisdom. Go and do a site visit to the Center for Independence. Go and meet these partners, because every one of those kind of connections is going to be a way for you to build a future partnership. And so that notion of how we continue to build this collaborative action network it's on you. I mean, like Cynthia says, we have a team now of partner engagement specialists. We're not growing the network, you're growing the network. You're bringing the next organization forward, you're suggesting it to somebody out there in the community, saying this is a space. And I would be so curious when they say, so what is the Collaborative Action Network about? What your answer is to that question. So maybe you can write that on my other arm. That would be really great. But there's a reason that you came here and carved out your day to be in this space. And this network is going to thrive because of you. It's not going to thrive because of us. But with that said, I would love for the ACH team to all stand up if you're here in the room. I know some of them are in other rooms. But if you're a team member, can you please stand up? I'm going to tell you that when I started in October, it'll be 9 years. When I started 9 years ago, I was told we couldn't build the team here in Bellingham. Couldn't build a diverse team, couldn't build a team that spoke different languages, that we had to go to King County in order to do that. And North Sound has got a bit of a kick-ass team, and I just really so appreciate and cherish the relationships with everybody on our team. We are not all the same. So please don't get the notion that we're always in agreement, because we're not. But everybody brings really creative ideas from their own lived experience and their own prior work experience. And it's part of the reason why we kind of go, ooh, I wonder if we could do ... And so I hope that you continue to have appreciation for the team as you interact with them, because as you all know, that the next convening there could be a new CEO standing up here leading this work. And I just I've cherished every day being a part of this work. I'm not leaving today, so don't anybody panic, but it's been an amazing journey, and just really appreciate that. Kind of where we started, recognize that there is just stuff on your plates. There are things that when you get back in your car today, you get back to your office tomorrow, the same problems that were there this morning are there when you get back. When we try and envision what's on the other side, whether we're saying the other side of this federal administration, the other side of this law passing, the other side of martial law, whatever the things are that are happening, we really believe there's a journey on the other side of this. And history has told us that these things will come, we'll react to them or respond to them, but everything is really geared towards having us be afraid, and what fear does, it makes us separate from each other. When I'm afraid, I'm less likely to open the front door of my house and go outside. And so the thing that will help us survive and potentially thrive is turning toward each other, staying connected to each other, continuing to build partnerships with each other. It is the only thing that's going to save us through the disasters that we are facing here in the near future. And then I want to like end with one thing. And we talk a lot about North Sound and these 5 counties, but my son lives in Shoreline, and I often think about Shoreline and Edmonds. Edmonds is in the North Sound region. Shoreline is in King County. And for the most part, all that is a line on a map that separates 2 ACHs, it separates 2 counties. We think that we're really different, but people go where they need to go to get the help and the services that they need. So people in Shoreline drive to Linwood if that's the way the traffic is flowing. They might drive to University Village if that's the way good traffic is flowing. And I want us to be conscious that I care as much about what's happening in King County as I do as what's happening in Snohomish County. Because many of you operate in multiple counties that cross these ACH regions. So I love what we're doing, and I want us to not create barriers as we're doing it without even thinking about it. People are people, and they are in communities, and they go where they go for the services that they need. So I think that North Sound ACH, not surprisingly, the best ACH in the state. Is Monty still in the room somewhere? Can you come up here for just a sec? Would you mind? You know, we have some partners in the room who've been consulting with us since our very first convening, and they continue to come to learn from you all, even if we do not have them on the agenda, which I'm kind of blown away by, to be totally honest. But Monty gets to work with folks who are doing work, and Monty and his colleagues, the other colleagues that are here, from around the country. So I want Monty to come up here and say North Sound is the best ACH in the country.
There is no doubt that North Sound is the best ACH in the country, and it is true that we come here to feed our souls. We are so grateful for you. We have said, you know, we use this term positive deviance every once in a while, the groups that do something that is countercultural, that turn towards when a lot of people are turning away from each other, and you all are doing that. You all are the positive deviants, and that's the best critique of what's unjust and what's inhumane, is to offer a better version of it. And that's, I think, what we saw today. So blessed to be with you and with you. One of the reasons why you all have the best ACH. Yeah, I know she doesn't want to hear it, but Liz Baxter models this. You shouldn't have brought me to the stage because it's more than.
And the other person that I want to just call out, because she just never actually gets put up in front of a microphone, is Stacy. So Stacy, would you please stand up? Every image every image that you see, Stacy has taken the pictures. And, you know, I don't even know like how we could tell our story without some of the visuals that go along with that. Thank you. And again, showing up. The story that we tell with the photography, with the music, with the video is really pretty incredible. So we're going to continue to think big for the future. But it's only going to happen because you do that with us. So there is a survey. Anybody who's like technologically advanced can just do the whole QR code thing. There's also a link in your materials, and I'm sure you're going to get an email that 16% of you are going to open and do the survey. But it helps us to know like what worked and what didn't work today. So I'm hoping that you will do that. And then we're going to do the mixer, and then I'm going to do one more plug, because I'd really love at the next virtual video film fest thing that we've got like 150 people on that call. It would be amazing. And I just can't tell you how incredible these films are. I don't know if Remy is still here, but you know, just from Remy to Alex Sanchez and Underground Ministries and the House of Wisdom and the work that was happening with the farm workers who became farm owners. There's just some incredible stories in there that are all about you all and the work that you do. So please take advantage of that. Resource library, whenever we have videos from the convenings, I should probably also mention such gratitude that we always get these amazing interpreters here in the room, and we would not be able to do what we do. Anytime you register and you say you need an interpreter, we've got folks who show up to help with that. And then the team from John Reber's group, who are again recording today so that we'll have some video to go along with all the work that you did. Just lots of gratitude there. But let me introduce Rachel, who's actually going to do the kickoff to the mixer.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rachel, one of the partner engagement specialists. And you already heard it, but I'm just here to kick off the mixer officially. So this is a time to chat with, connect with, network with anyone who you might not normally have talked with today. So someone who you heard from the partner spotlight, someone who you shared a conversation with maybe in your small group, in the big group. This is time to chat. We'll have food and drink and music. And we also have a bingo card game for some networking. So this will be spread out, and we've got some prizes. So the first handful of folks to get a bingo, and it's like a networking bingo. So chat with people who kind of meet the qualifications and fit the squares, and come to me with your bingo card, and we have prizes for the first few folks. So that is it. These will be spread out throughout the room. Thanks, everyone.